Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play. Today we're going to be carrying on with our City Builder Challenge, and we're going to be doing some improvements. First up though, if you want to get involved with some OpenTTD with me in a multiplayer game, and you're watching this video anytime near it was released, go to my website. On my events there is an OpenTTD viewers game coming up. In fact, if you're not watching this video when it was released, go there anyway, because I post all my events on there and you can check out when the next big live multiplayer event's going to be. But for now, let's crack on with today's episode. So our town has fallen in numbers. Why has it got smaller? Well, the reason it's got smaller is the town probably removed something in order to grow. This happens sometimes. The towns shrink and grow and shrink and grow. Usually they grow more than they shrink, and that's just how it works. But we're going to use this as an opportunity, because if we look here at the goals, you can see that we no longer require fruit because we've dropped beneath the 4,000 mark. Okay, so we're going to use that opportunity to do some improvements while the town grows again, and then hopefully we'll be able to then carry on expanding the fruit. So let's unpause the game. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is upgrade these lines. These lines here, they're not electric, and we did replace vehicles last time. We went to trains, replace vehicles, and we changed them to replace into the TIM. But not all of them can replace because they're not on electric tracks. So we're going to get all of them sorted out. For example, this train's even stuck here because part of the line's electric and part of it's not. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute, but before we go too much further, I'm going to go to the map button, but hold down and go to extra viewpoint. This gives me a second screen, which I'm going to put there. I'm going to zoom out, go to the very top of the map, and in my normal screen go to the very bottom of the map. And we're going to spend some money right now on converting everything to electric like this. Bam. 2.6 million that cost us, but that should now solve that train's problem. Let's see, back towards the middle of the map. Now Hellishville itself is quite near the middle of the map. That's one of the reasons why that was chosen as a starting town. Sorry about that, I just swallowed a sneeze. Right, now, there was a fantastic comment last episode about my complaint. I complained that whenever I reopened OpenTTD, that it would always go back to standard rail, and I'd forget to change it to electrified, or I'd forget to change it to monorail, and then end up building in the wrong rail. And there's a setting for it. You go to settings, and it's in here somewhere. Let's see. Default rail type. There it is. I always use the filter string. I can never remember where stuff is. Default rail type. I've changed it to last available. It's normally first available. You can also change it to most used. But last available is what I've got it set to, which means it'll always have the most modern one. Thank you very much for your comment. Your name's probably on the screen at the moment, along with your comment. And you have saved my life, because the number of times that has annoyed me is ridiculous. Okay, so the first upgrade was turning everything to electric so our trains can upgrade. That's going to allow us to get a lot better throughput. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to move around the network looking for any blockages, any signs of any problems. We're going to look at some of these junctions and think, are they, is there any major improvements that can be made? We're going to spend a lot of money. Our money's going to fall dramatically as these trains move and come in and out of these vehicles, these depots. But overall, I think we're looking okay. Now, this area down here, I did flatten quite a lot recently. And then it just kind of bumps up here and bumps down there. There's not a massive amount we can do about that. This farm and the edge of the town is just really stopping most things from operating how I want it to around the city. These things like this can be eliminated if we want to, or at least reduced. I mean, those buildings are on there. The downside, well, the downside is we can't do it completely. Also, these modern trains going up one block and down one block like that, it doesn't slow them down. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, this train's zooming along. It's having to wait because this other one just flowed in front of it. Now we've got this railway line going right through the centre of town with no station on it, and then we've got a station over here going to Granningwell. This tiny, tiny little station. We're going to have to move that later. Now this train's lost, and this train can't find a path. But this is all probably due to the electric upgrades that was in place previously. Now we've got this massive line down here, and I think it's bringing goods into the top of Hellishville North. And we've got food and other things looping round. Trains being replaced. This station round here is going to get really busy. Look, this is backing up round this sector here. This junction here is slowing things down. So this is going to be a point of improvement. So, looking at this, what we're going to do is we're going to allow a split track to come off after this depot. We'll move the depot back a bit. So, depot, move it to here. Take the depot out, remove that piece of rail, and probably just use that bit of rail, to be honest. Come down here, and that can go. We've got a signal there that we don't need. Signal, remove, track. Okay, using key combinations here on the keyboard to try and keep things moving quickly. Then once that slip ramp is in, we can remove this connection ramp here. Don't know what these two are doing. They're probably going in different directions. They are. So we can get rid of that. And then that should sort that bit out. But I want the entrance to not collide. So I'd like to kind of bring it down like this. Now this signal here needs to be taken out. And we'll connect that in. Signal there, signal there. I'm also putting the wrong signals in. I wonder if there's a similar setting for remembering what signals you had. Quick, pause the game, let's have a look. So, what did we have? We had it for rail type, wasn't it? And it's called default rail type. What if there's a default signal type? Default... signal type to build by default. Ooh, one-way path signals. Well, thank you very much. There we are. Found my own setting there. Brilliant. Okay, let's carry on here. Now, what I'm going to do is just remove this little bit of track there. Now, these two here, they currently cross over from each other. That's not very efficient. But one of them we're going to put into a tunnel. And we're going to put this one into a tunnel. So we're going to cut that out there. Going to get the lower tool with Q, lower some land here, T with tunnel, and then we're just going to bring the track round like this. It's going to be a much sharper corner, but overall the whole thing's going to flow a lot better. A lot better, should I say. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so that's that junction massively improved. This is going to be a busier and busier station. This section round here, whilst it could have been built a lot better, it will do the job quite nicely for a while. So we're going to leave that for now. This junction down here, though, in the past I've seen this block up, but it's not blocking up at the moment. We're getting a bit of backing up going on here. And I think it might be... Look, we're missing a signal here for a start. And then these trains are all having to stop when that train goes through there. So what I'd like to do is do it so it can go under and round. But this other line's right in the way there. Why did I build things so close together? Maybe that's not a good candidate for for an improvement right there. But it is such a busy section. And then I think we've got some trains turning left there as well. Just have a quick look to see how things are running. See, I don't know why that train stopped. It could have just carried on for all I knew. Those two are doing alright. This area around here is quite busy, but it's okay. Plenty of trains in the platforms, but plenty of platforms. So that's all good. How are we doing around here? Extremely busy, but okay. Looks like we've got a lot of trains that want to leave at the same time. So what we could do is we could give them that option. If we can figure out the best way of doing it. Probably a good way of doing it would be to separate off part of the lines. Do a second out. So, oh, we've got a land sloping query there. So if we just bring the land up, remove that piece of track like this, make it go straight and down. We can then bring it round here, tunnel under there, across this way behind the depot, give it its own depot. Can I build this in time for the train to... Oh, flip, I can't get up the slope. Hang on a second. I thought I was going to build this in time. I'm keeping in front of the train. I'm currently in front of this train. There we go. Just sort out the signals round here. Pretty sure that was going to be a crash if I didn't finish that. Wow, I think that was very, very close to a crash. We'll put a signal in there and a signal in there just in front of the tunnel. That should help. Put one there too. Okay, so that will increase the flow coming out of that station. These stations around here are fine. How are we doing up here? It's busy, but everything seems to be okay. Cool. Doing good. Right, how are we doing over at Hellishville? What's going on? The town's shrunk again. Why is the town shrinking? I don't want the town to shrink. Okay, according to this, we're doing perfect on passengers, mail, food and goods. The network is growing. The town is supposed to be growing. Now, there's a few things you can do to grow a town. You need 5 stations. Oh, hang on a minute. In standard OpenTTD, you need 5 stations, each being serviced once a month with at least 1 cargo type. And the other thing you can do is expand the roads so that the town doesn't have to build more roads. In this version, it's all to do with the goals, but the road thing helps as well. So I'm just going to expand the roads out for a little way. Now this should connect up. We're going to go as far as there. There we go. We've got plenty of road going this way. We're nowhere near the city limits. I'm pretty sure... Did I say that? I'm sure one of these stations is in the wrong place. It's this one. Hellishville West. I keep meaning to move that. Maybe I'll have to do it between episodes one day. There we go. Right, now that depot's in the way, but I don't care. We're going to just keep building the roads anyway. What are we leaving? A gap of 3. There we go. Gap of 3. Let's do a little bit more this direction. Try and keep things nice and even. I don't know what that bit of road is doing there. Brilliant. Okay, look, the town's growing, and it's growing loads. Oh, this is fantastic. 13 months in a row. I don't know how the fruit is doing, but we do need to make sure that's okay. So the improvements are going good. A lot of the I have done some little improvements along the way. This junction here is terrible. I almost feel like this town should have its own dedicated line, but I also feel as if the town should be taken out. Look at this. This station here is really, really boxed in, but I don't think it matters. You know, I'm getting the trains through there that I need to get through. Okay, let's just check the station list. We're going to check the station list here. We're going to sort by total waiting cargo. And you can see here at Punston Station, there are so many passengers waiting. It is ridiculous. Let's just pin that to the screen. There we go. We've got 107 stations. That's pretty good. So Punstone is really busy, but we're hitting 99% on the passengers and mail here. So we don't need to worry about the passengers mail. And it's Slam Way as well. Those 2 stations are just so busy. I don't care. We've got the bus stations in the towns and more passengers down here and here. Now, it's this place here, Nunnington Mill, that's got full on something. What's it full on? Manufacturing supplies. Okay, so this manufacturing supply train here, not quite sure where it's heading. It's going to the food place. Okay. Alright, well, I will, I'll see what I can do about that. Bear with me a second. Yeah, let's just get some more trains going in there, because they're just zipping around. I think what we'll do, though, is if I clone that again, we'll make them a little bit longer, the new ones. So we'll have, well, let's do 4 brand new longer manufacturing supply trains. That should help with that. Ranville Heights over here apparently were quite full on engineering supplies, and with the engineering supplies we need to distribute that better, so we'll see about that in a minute. Over here we've got too much oil, so we're going to go clone train, oil train, get 2 of them, and I think we can make them longer. Yes, we can. So let's do that. Let's do it the lazy way. So that's the maximum length of the train. Let's get rid of the old bits we don't need. Clone it out. There we are. 2 brand new extra long trains. And that's the oil, because we want to shift as much as possible. Now, what we've got here down at Granville Manor, plant fibres. Lots and lots of plant fibres. Where's my trains? We've got a couple of trains going backwards and forwards with the supplies, and it is gung-ho. But we need the plant fibre. Oh, here we are. Look, there's a train. So are you doing plant fibres? Universal Wagon. You are set to plant fibres. So we just need more? We just need a few more trains. Okay. Clone the train. There you are. Look, there's the plant fibres. Let's clone that out. Let's get 3 more. I'm guessing it's just going on a long journey. Let's see. It's going from Granville Manor all the way down this line. All the way down. Oh, well, yeah. I think it's bringing it all the way down here. Are we taking the plant fibres here? We are. Wow. Okay, so that's a very long way that those plant fibres are travelling. In fact, it's a humongous journey. So much so that I'm going to clone a few more trains out of it. There we go. Set them on the way. I wonder what the ratings are like for that place. Oh, the ratings are actually very good. Okay. Nuddington Mill has still got lots of manufacturing supplies, but we're working on it. Ranville Heights has engineering crates. That'll be good. The refinery's doing good. This place over here, we've actually got a few more farm supplies going quite nicely. And quite a lot of milk available. That's a shuttle service, isn't it? I think... How many trains have we got there? We've only got 1 train, and it seems to be stuck. Why are you stuck? Why won't you go to Slanville Manor? Is that a one-way path signal? It should be just a one-way signal. Okay, remove one-way signal. I think that's what the problem was. We'll leave that going now. I fixed that signal and see how it goes. Wow, we've got lots of stuff going on. So we've got plenty of farm supplies and plenty of engineering supplies. I'll try and distribute that between now and next time. The first of our new manufacturing supplies trains is coming back in to fill up. We've still got a lot of manufacturing supplies. How are things going down over at the town? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to show you this. I'm not exactly sure what it was at the beginning of the episode, but look at the amount of goods that are coming in storage there. We've got 2,000 goods in storage. We've now got well over the required amount coming in. It's getting close to double, and I think a lot of this was due to improvement of the trains. I mean, although having said that, look at this. The passenger trains are starting to stack up around here, and I think it's just pure saturation. So what we're going to do next time is we're going to upgrade Hellishville West. We're going to have dedicated lines coming from Slarnway. We're going to move Graninwell and put the station inside Slarnway. We might get Draninville a direct service into there as well. So we'll have 4 separate lines coming in and out, and it should be a lot better. But overall, yeah, we just need a bit more dedicated work on the passengers there. But you know what? Things are going really well now. We've been growing 19 months in a row, and the fruit is starting to flow. I don't know how much fruit we've brought in, though. I wish I could tell. But we won't know until Hellishville grows in population. And I can't fund new buildings. I don't know if I turned it off or what, but there we go. Well, there we are, folks. A productive episode there. We've managed to start spurring on the entire network. We're completely electric now. We've upgraded a couple of junctions, added some more trains, started to bring in a lot more stuff. It feels like the beginning of an explosion. You know what? This could be the big bang of our series, where things just completely turns around. So leave your thoughts, ideas and questions about how you think things are going. It's currently 1994. I think when we get to the year 2000, I want to have a look at the trains and maps and everything that you've been doing for this series. So get your game saves up to the year 2000, save that off, and remember to send it to me either via Dropbox or Google Drive, and send a link on my Facebook page so that I can take a look at your saves. And we'll probably do a live episode sometime soon, hopefully. But that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you want to take part in the giveaways and all the events and things that I do, check out my social media websites. If you've enjoyed the episode, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. And if you're new, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Take care for now. Goodbye.